welcome back to my channel. So all my new viewers, you guys are welcome to this beautiful family. Please, if you haven't subscribed, do not forget to do so. You can actually do so right now. Thank you, welcome to the family. And so all my day ones, you guys are welcome family. So today's video is an interesting video. I am having a chat with the ladies. As you can see, I have my tea. It's green tea. Yeah, green tea. So if you guys want to grab your coffee or whatever, you guys are welcome to do so right now before we start with our video. I talk too fast, right? Okay, I'll try to slow down. So yes guys, today's video, I guess I can say it's an honest conversations, but I'm alone. I don't have a guest today. So if you haven't seen my series that I started, I'll put it up there for you somewhere there. Okay, you'll see, and then you can just quickly go there and just check out all of my other videos in this series. If you haven't, you can just do so after the video as well. So today I'm going to talk to the ladies, guys, because I feel like sometimes we don't really understand ourselves, like us as a women, when it comes to, like, you know, self-esteem, self-worth, setting standards and all of these things. You know, I've also just been reading about this and learning so much about it, so I hope that I can be able to share some things which I've learned as well with you guys, and I hope it'll help you guys also be encouraged or motivated somehow. And also, if you want to add anything to what I've said, anything to help us as the women, please, you can feel free to leave a comment down below. So yeah, today's video is about that. Okay, so and I'll be making some examples, you know, like some economic stuff. So the economic students or economists, don't come for me, okay, in the comments. Maybe I'll be using some of these terminologies wrong, but it's how I understood them. And by the way, I've also watched some YouTube videos and all the people that defining these things in their own different ways. Okay, so allow me to also have my own definition, okay, which I feel like is more understandable to me and I can relate to. Okay, so let's get on with the video. What is self-esteem basically? You know, I think self-esteem is basically how you see yourself, how you view yourself, how you feel about yourself, and all of these things, right? And now when we talk about self-worth and self-esteem, it's not the same thing, guys. It's not the same thing, you know. Basically, we can even go and talk about worth. Like, what is worth? Let's go back to the main word, just worth on its own, right? I actually consulted someone and they told me, I think they are actually studying about these things. So they told me that, you know, with worth, whenever we talk about worth, it's like whenever you add value to a raw material, that's how you can kind of figure out what worth is. And worth sometimes can be called price, but sometimes it's not the same thing. For example, okay, let's go back to the example. Let me make an example, sorry. So a raw material, let's say for example cocoa, right? Cocoa is a raw material, right? They actually gave me this example. Cocoa is a raw material, and the moment you make chocolate out of cocoa, you've added value to the cocoa. So you wouldn't expect the cocoa to taste the same as to cost the same as the chocolate. The cocoa might cost less and the chocolate might cost more. So you've added value to something, and that's how you determine its worth. I would like to make my own example as well, right? But this is not about a raw material. Let's take, for example, let's make a burger, just a simple burger, right? If you can get just the bun alone with cheese inside, you wouldn't expect it to cost the same after you've added your patties, your lettuce, your bacon, your cucumber, gherkins, whatever you want to add. Of course, a bun alone would cost less than what a full burger would cost because you've added things to that, okay? Don't forget that illustration, okay? So that is just how you define worth, you know. And then now, standards. What are standards, guys? What are standards? Standards is basically stuff which you are willing to tolerate or to accept from people. It's things that like help you to achieve your goal, if I can put it that way. Basically, it's like things that are non-negotiable. Like when I set a specific standard, like I have to meet it, like I have to meet that standard. Like there's nothing below or above that I'm willing to tolerate or to accept, right? So what I accept from people, what I tolerate from people, like those are the standards which I set for myself. That's just basically it. For example, if I say that my standards are, like, for example, I cannot be with someone that does not have a relationship with God. Like that's my we can't negotiate. It's non-negotiable. For example, those are my standards, like, for example, right? Or maybe I can say that I cannot, some people would say, okay, I cannot afford to be with someone that doesn't earn this amount of money. Like that's their standards, like things which you just do not negotiate, non-negotiables, right? And I feel like sometimes as women we should also set standards for ourselves. For example, if I want to maybe let's say maybe I want to lose a bit of weight, right? I need to set standards because it's a goal I'm trying to achieve. So I need to make sure that I set my alarm if I have to go there to the gym in the morning, and make sure that I actually go to the gym in the morning. And there's no I can't negotiate with that one. Like, if my alarm rings, there's nothing like I want to sleep for a few more hours. I need to wake up and go to the gym. Like, I set that standard. I want to meet that goal, so I have to make sure that I do those things. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Now let's go back to worth. When we talk about self-worth and self-esteem, I know a lot of women that have low self-esteem, for example, and of course that has made them feel like their self-worth can also be kind of low because they don't know how much they don't value themselves that much, you know. So they just, you know. And I know a lot of women also that have a really great self-esteem. They know who they are. They believe in themselves. They're confident. They've got so much to offer. They are focused. They're driven. They're just, you know, but they don't know their worth. And they end up now just giving themselves such a low price tag and just giving themselves away to anybody and whosoever comes by, you know. So that's also affecting us, because it's like, if you can have a great self-esteem but also just don't understand your worth and feel like you're worth so much less, you know. So it's not even about self-esteem, although self-esteem can sometimes affect your self-worth. Now let's go into talking about how we also have a role to play. Because now when we say I'm going to set these standards for myself, let's talk about, for example, relationships. If I say that I'm going to set these standards for myself and I cannot be with a guy that does not have the fear for God, a guy who is not focused, a guy who is not driven, a guy who doesn't have a goal, a guy who just doesn't, like, you know where they're going, or blah 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 blah, I also have a role to play. You know, I cannot come here and make demands on what I want when I also myself am not working on myself. So we also need to work on ourselves. That's where self-worth comes in. I cannot put a price tag on myself. Allow me to say that the standards we set, it's like basically saying that, let me just make it practical. Let's just say that maybe the standard that I'm setting, I'm saying that I cannot afford to be with a guy that doesn't know this or like, or have that or this or that. That means that I also must have something to offer. If, for example, someone wants to go buy a car, right? And let's say I am the car. Let's say I am that Mercedes-Benz G63, and right, let's say I'm that, right? And I say that I cannot afford to have someone buy me for such a cheap price. Like, I want people that are gonna buy me with this amount of money. So like I said, it's like basically saying that I don't want someone that doesn't have this and this and this and this and that. They must have this before they come even approach me. They must have this before they come even think of buying me P63. Okay, it's an example, guys. Don't come at me. So yeah, I need to also have those qualities, you know. Typical example also, like, let's take maybe like what makes me different from the other cars, right? Like, do I have leather seats? Am I convertible? Do I have this kind of an engine? I don't know much about cars, by the way, so I'm just going to be talking like that. Do I have that kind of an engine? How are my windows? Like, how fast can I go? Like, you know, all these things, what makes me different? So before I even put a price tag, I must have those things which meet the price tag. Do you understand me? For example, I said worth is when you add value to a raw material. I'm a person, and for me to say I have these standards, right, I need to at least have something which makes me different from all the other women. I cannot say I want this kind of a guy when I have nothing to offer. Like, what do I mean by having something to offer? Guys, we need to add value to our lives, to ourselves. We need to add something to us. Like, we cannot just be mere people. We cannot just be like typical girls, like just like any other girl. We need to add value to our lives, depending on whatever it is which you want to do. Maybe you want to be more hospitable, for example. Then you have to like learn how to do these things like cooking, you know, baking, if that's what you want, for example. And if maybe how do you add value, guys? Like, just typical, whatever you want, spending more time with God, you know, and God will reveal things to you. Like, do things like that will help you to reach that goal, whatever you want to be. If you want to maybe have a nice body, then go to the gym. Like, add something to your life, read more books, you know, expand your knowledge. Like, do anything which will make you just different, or something which you are adding to what you already are. Learn how to drive, guys. There are so many things. Start a business, whatever it is that you want to do it. Add something to your life. Make yourself different from everyone else. You know, like, don't just say don't be like everyone else, guys. Like the same example that I made with the burger. There's a burger with the patty and cheese. There's a burger with bacon, with whatever, two patties, with lettuce, with tomatoes. Add those things to your life. Don't allow yourself to be like all the other people, and yet your standards are set so high. What are you offering? What do you have to offer that everyone else doesn't have to offer? And by the way, this is actually getting us to the next part of the video. Like, you know, whenever you have something to offer that is unique and only you have to offer that thing, and the moment that someone actually says, okay, I want to buy this burger, right? Let's go, I want something more expensive. Let's make an example of a house, for example. I want to make an example of a house. A typical house, and a nice house. Maybe it's a 3-story house. It's got a swimming pool. It's got a lounge. It's got this. Got how many bedrooms? Like, this is the things which you are adding to your life. Your swimming pool. You are adding a swimming pool to your own life. You are adding the game room. You are adding the movie room. You are adding the double story, triple story, whatever it is. You are adding. When you add those things, like, whenever you add those things into your life, like, and a person actually comes to you and actually gets to, let me say, for example, purchase that car, purchase that house, purchase that burger. They know how much they spent. They know how hard they worked to get that. So they know that you also have unique features which you are offering that they cannot get anywhere else. They will treat you differently because they know that I cannot get this from anywhere else. So use this time to just build yourself up, to add value and add things into your life that will help you to become unique from any other woman who's just walking around the streets. Also, guys, you know how whenever, like, I believe we all have dream houses, dream cars, and all of those things, right? And whenever you're driving past your dream house, or whenever you just imagining your dream house, you're like, yes, sis, one day after I've worked so hard, after I've saved up a lot of money and I've just done it all, I'll come back and I'll buy this house. So basically, this is just like training you, like, it's like whenever people do that, whenever people say, yes, I want to own that house, one day after I've worked so hard, after I've done this and this and this and that, and I come back and I buy my dream house one day, just like any other person, right? Whenever they see you carrying yourself and becoming the person acting like you're worth, for example, that if they see that this girl, man, she's driven, she reads book, she's smart, she's got this and this, she's focused, she's got blah blah blah, all the things that you have added to your life, they'll be like, yes, sis, one day, that's my dream girl. One day, after I'm done with all this and I've worked so hard, I'm gonna go to her and I'm gonna approach her and I'm gonna, you know. So just you having those things, people look at you that way, like, yes, sis, one day I'm gonna care up myself, clean up nicely, work hard, and I'm gonna go there. And of course, now once they go there, like I said, whenever you buy your expensive car, for example, right, your Mercedes or your G63, amen, hallelujah, you are gonna take good care of it, right? Because you know how much it costs. Like, you're not gonna just be driving it in the mud. Like, you're gonna take good care of it because you know how much it costs, and you know that losing it will cost you so much, and you know that if you lose that thing, you cannot replace it. Be that irreplaceable thing, be that irreplaceable person, have those qualities about you which no one else has. Am I making sense to somebody? Okay, so yeah. And also, guys, I want to make an example of this other video that I watched. Okay, yes, so before the video, you know how if you have those unique characteristics about yourself, you are able to determine your own worth. Like, you're able to set your own standards. Because a simple example again, the person that I asked also gave me this example. Coca-Cola, right, may have a unique recipe like that no one else has. That's why they're able to fluctuate their prices and all that. KFC, for example, like KFC there's no other chicken that tastes like KFC. They can try, yes, but they cannot become like KFC. So that's why KFC is able to cost high, cost low, because they're not competing with anyone. So whenever you have those those qualities about you which are so different from any other girl, then you can set your standards as high as you want them to be, because you know what you're bringing to the table. You also have a role to play, like I said. So yeah, now going back to the thing I was talking about, I was actually watching a video on YouTube, and this guy was talking about women and their worth. I think I once shared this before with my friends or something like that. But yeah, this guy was talking about how women don't know their worth, right? He made an example of, like, when you go to supermarkets, there's always like these little testers and things like that in the front, you know, like everyone gets to touch it. Let me make an example of perfume. Like, you know how whenever you go to your beauty stores, you always get like perfumes and lotions and whatever, there's always like testers, right? So there's this perfume here, it's the exact perfume as that one there that is locked up. You know how some of them, they lock them up in these little containers, they put them away there, you know, like, you know, so they have testers here. So I feel like when I said earlier that I know most women that have a good self-esteem, but they don't know their worth, they're like those testers, because they are the exact same product as that one that is locked up there, but their difference is they let anyone touch them. Anyone can come and spray them on, anyone can come and do this and that. Everyone will come and test and leave, and test and leave and spray on, and they're getting the very same fragrance as the one that is locked up there. Now when they are ready to buy the perfume, now they have all the money, they've gathered up everything now, like I said, they've cleaned up and they're ready to go and purchase that perfume. They will not come and buy the tester. Everyone has been using the tester. Everyone has been coming to spray. Everyone has been leaving and going and testing and touching, but they will go and buy the one that is locked up there, the original, that one that is in those containers there at the back. They don't just buy this one. And if they buy this one, they'll have to pay less. So it's just like the women that don't understand their self-esteem, their self-worth. I mean, they are worth the same as the one that is in the container, but they always give themselves away to different guys and all that. And I wish that one day, guys, we will learn that we are worth so much. The moment I put value, the moment I add value into my life, the moment I add more things into my life, that is what makes me now to say, okay, I can set my standards high, because I have so much to offer as well. Because we cannot just always be saying that these guys are not doing us right, when we also don't have much to offer. We have to set your standards high when you also know what you have to offer. Work on yourselves, guys. I feel like this is the best time for you to just work on yourself, learn whatever you want to learn, start whatever you want to start. Just add anything to your life. Don't just be like a typical girl, you know, just be like everyone else. That's why they know that if I can leave you, I can just go there, because what you have to offer, they also have to offer. Have something about you which is different, guys. And I believe that the Holy Spirit can also help us in this department. You know, pray, like, God, what do I need to add into my life? What do you want me to do? What should I add? Like, what can I excel on? You know, show me the things which I need to work on in myself. And it's not even just sometimes about practical skills like cooking, and it can even be like something that has to do with our personalities. Maybe we have to change some certain ways, how we react to situations, how I treat other people, how I always get mad about silly things, small things. So sometimes it can even be personality related. It's not always about maybe like learning how to do something, but it's also about unlearning how to do certain things or act certain ways. So the Holy Spirit can really help you when it comes to this, guys. So yeah, that's all about this video, guys. I hope I had to encourage someone today, and I hope that if you have anything to add to my video, please do leave a comment. Let me just check my list if I left nothing. Okay, let me just check. Yeah, I think I actually spoke about everything, guys. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to subscribe and to like and to share this video if you liked it. And guys, I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye.